Come on, Ettie, let's go. I'm ready. The two women hurried down the road to the shanty that housed the telephone used by the residents on their street, and Ettie called for a taxi. While they waited for the taxi, Elsa May said, "Are you sure we should go to Paula's house?" Ettie nodded emphatically. "They'll have tape across the place, and the forensic people might still be in there looking for things. You know how long they take. They'll be there all day and half the night." "You already mentioned the tape business, but I feel we should start there. Even if we can't get in, there might be people hanging around, like neighbors we can talk with." "I guess that's as good a place as any to start." The taxi pulled up at Paula's house, and it was just as the sisters had expected. There was yellow crime scene tape crisscrossed in front of the house, along with a string of police cars parked outside. "You can drop us here," Ettie said to the taxi driver. When they'd paid the driver, they walked out to join a crowd of people who had gathered to watch what the police were doing. They noticed Elizabeth Esch outside the house next door. Elizabeth waved to them. With her elbow, Ettie jabbed Elsa May in her side. "Let's go over and ask Elizabeth if she saw anything." Ettie scurried off, and Elsa May did her best to keep up with her. "Hello, have you heard?" Elizabeth asked the sisters when they walked through her front gate. "Yeah, we heard. That's why we're here." Elsa May joined Elizabeth just outside her front door, and Ettie wasn't far behind her. "Did you see or hear what happened, Elizabeth?" Ettie asked. "I was the one who called the police and the ambulance." "Did you see who did this to her?" Ettie asked. "I saw her. She stepped out of the house and then collapsed on the ground. I ran to her and I thought she was dead. She had passed out, so I ran back to Mr. Grayson's house and asked him to call 911. Ettie knew that Mr. Grayson lived a few doors down. "Are you all right, Elizabeth?" Elsa May asked. "I am, but I feel a bit shaky." "How about Elsa May and I make you a cup of hot tea?" Elizabeth nodded. "That sounds like a good idea. Let's all go inside and have some tea." When they were seated with tea in front of them, Elizabeth told them what she knew. "It was in the early hours of the morning. I had just woken up, and I was putting the pot on to boil in the kitchen like I usually do, and I just happened to look outside, and I saw her. I have a clear view of the front of her house from my kitchen window." "Did you see anyone before that, or hear any cars?" Ettie asked before she took a mouthful of tea. "I heard nothing at all, and I saw nothing. Have you heard how she is?" "She's in critical condition. The detective we talked with this morning said she might not make it. We must pray for her." "Yeah, we will keep praying. After we spoke to the detective this morning, he was going to the bishop's house to see if he could find details of any of Paula's relatives or friends." "Would you happen to know of any?" Elsa May asked Elizabeth. "Or did she still keep company with Englishers?" Ettie asked. "I don't know her that well. I see her to wave to every day, and she pops over for a cup of tea every now and again. I've never asked her about her past. The old things are passed away, and all things have become new. Why talk about the past when it's dead and buried?" The sisters murmured in agreement. "So you're helping the police again, Ettie?" Elizabeth asked. "The detective asked me to help him. He has the problem that no one in the community will speak with him." "There's not much difference talking with him or talking to you, is there? If you were just going to repeat everything to him that people tell you." "I don't see it that way," Ettie said.